He seems to think it's gonna taste good.
Think about it. Juice. I'm telling you, Snoop's gonna have to come out with a new song.
Snoop, you heard it here first.
Heading to Santo Domingo. I have maps.
We are back in business.
We have to cross what's called the Mona Passage.
You gotta respect the Mona Passage.
Oh my god!
Fish on! We got a marlin! Look at those colors.
Go from the highest highs to lowest lows. There it goes! There it goes! It's a lot more rough than we thought it was gonna be.
Alright, we have been here in the DR for a few days now. It's been the holidays, so I've been able to get a hold of Ray Marine, but they're open today, so I've been emailing back and forth. I don't know, they want me to call them so they can help me diagnose the problem, which would be great. How do you call someone internationally when you don't have an international plan? Even through Airlo or one of those eSIM cards, you can't call international, to my understanding. So I don't know how you guys get around that, but if there is a way around that, please let me know, because it'd be really helpful. But we've been talking back and forth with Ray Marine. They seem to think that we have a CTOC issue. Apparently, when you disconnect the green plug on the ACU unit, there is a blue and white corresponding little plugs. If you plug in your multi-tool and switch it over to ohms, you should be reading about 60 ohms. We are reading 3.3 ohms. So they think there's some kind of short in the cable. I think that's a special order cable, so I'd have to get it shipped over to Saint Lucia, because I don't think there's anything here in the DR that we can use. We'll go from there. I'll take you guys back over there and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you see right here, that's the CTOC plug that goes right up in there. This is your white and blue side on the right hand, the first and second, and that should be reading 60 ohms. But right now all we're getting is 3.1 to 3.4. So what he's telling me to do now is disconnect the other side of this, which is that plug over there, the black and white one, and fire everything back up and see if I have communication. I can't see why I'll have communication, because I didn't have communication before, so how would disconnecting the plug that gives me communication now all of a sudden give me communication? I'm gonna do it because that's what he said to do, but I don't understand. So Caleb over here thinks Jack and juice is gonna be tasting good.
Yeah.
I asked him for some of his grape juice. Said only if I mix it with Jack. I took the grape juice anyway and drank it, but I also told him we could try it. He seems to think it's gonna taste good.
Think about it. Juice. Okay, hold on. With how sweet the grape juice is, and Jack is a little sweet, it's a little more bitter, but kind of sweetish. Jack and juice, the combination it'll just melt. It'll melt in your mouth. It's gonna be delicious.
I am on the contrary belief of this is going to be absolutely awful, so we're only going to do a little tiny taste, because I am not wasting the Jack or the juice on something that's going to be this awful.
I'm telling you, Snoop's gonna have to come out with a new song. Sipping on Jack and juice.
Snoop, you heard it here first. I'm not even going to do a full shot here. We're just going to mix up a little bit, just a taste.
I can't wait to be right. Just looks like extra Jack. It's pretty damn good.
You are fucking full of shit.
It's pretty damn good.
That is awful.
It takes away some of the sting. Aftertaste, fantastic. It's not bad. You can't say it's bad.
Okay, it's not the worst thing I've had.
I see.
But it is not something I'm going to ever do again.
We'll see. 50-50. 50-50. It's not bad. It's not great. But would I do it again? I would.
I'm going to go back to cooking dinner. This guy needs to go back to editing. We are way too bored for this shit.
I'm going to bed.
So apparently I need to clean my grill because I turned the propane off and it's catching fire. So we're going flame grilled on this pork loin over here. Is it recording or not?
Yeah, it's recording. But like it wants to like angle up. It's weird. Anyways, what's up? We are rented the car for the day, heading to Santo Domingo to pick up a Ray Marine part. What's it called? Terminator?
Yep.
We lost basically communication between autopilot and navigation. We're hoping it's the Terminator. There's one spot about 3 hours away that we have to go to just for a piece about that big. Gonna be an interesting drive. We've heard traffic is bad. Left. I have maps.
adventure for this one little piece. Got all the way there. It wasn't there yet. Had to wait, so we grabbed lunch. But piece, gonna plug it in and hope for the best. We are back in business. So much better knowing we have autopilot, AIS, and everything. All because of this little tiny piece right there. That must have got in that water somehow when we took a wave or something. Got corroded and just ended all the communication. So we are back in business. Now if my Starlink turns back on and we have internet, I'm going to be ecstatic. I don't think they worked on the motor today, so that is what it is. We're back to square one on that one. But at least we have a working main boat. We're going to meet up with Gavi and the guys and go out to Las Terrenas tonight. Excited?
Ew!
I guess that means yes.
Can you see me? Hello! So we just finished up in Dominican Republic, made a lot of friends, made some really cool friends from Southern California, made friends at the resort. We went out and partied with the guys at the resort last night. Should have done that more often. I was hurting a little this morning. But this, you can see over there, that is downtown Samana. Downtown Samana. We traveled over there a little bit. It was a neat little experience. Definitely unique. We went down to Santo Domingo the other day, and when we went out with our friends, we went to Las Terrenas, went to Mosquito Bar on the beach. Really cool place. But coming out of the bay, making our way down to Saint Lucia now, where the real journey will start. I mean, it's been a real journey so far too, but that's when the arc officially starts. Exciting stuff. We got a game plan in place. We're gonna try to stay close to the islands. We have to cross what's called the Mona Passage. And here's my friend CJ, who will tell you about the Mona Passage.
All right, so basically what we're getting ready to go do is we are going to hug the coast of DR down to the tip. And once we get down there, you cross what's called the Mona Passage. So the Mona Passage is something that a lot of sailors have learned to you gotta respect the Mona Passage. You don't wanna cross with over 20 knots of wind. It goes from really deep waters in the Caribbean up to about 80 feet. And so it can create a lot of really big waves. There's not much in way of a current ripping between the Puerto Rico and Dominican side, but there is a lot when it comes to the steep waters going up, and then the currents are pushing up and the waves are building, and then you've got that constant east wind fighting it. It can be pretty rough going through there. Once we get down there, we're gonna cross it over, and then you gotta avoid what they call this hourglass shoal. That's where the worst of it is. So our game plan as of now is to cross north of the hourglass shoal and cut down on the Puerto Rican side. We'll see how it turns out, but yeah, that's all we're getting to do. Bye.
Oh my god!
Fish on! We got a marlin!
Marlin! Holy cow!
I'll try and get the other pull up. We get it in a heading so you don't get. You think there's a way to that? You can get back down there? Okay, yeah.
Hopefully, he doesn't want to get acrobatic when he gets close to the boat, but this is a legitimate marlin. I believe it's a blue marlin. I don't think it's a striped marlin. How we're gonna handle this when we get him up, I don't know.
You want the belt?
No, I'll let this one give me a good bruise on the hip. It's only right. Yeah, this one might be a little bit of a fight. Just get stuck.
I wish we had the camera set up for those two jumps. That's the one with the Wahoo Whacker?
Yeah. Pretty sure after those jumps, got his head down and went deep. That's a neat style way of fighting a fish that I've got. Most improvised way of fishing. I'm sitting on the butt of the handle. The reel's resting on my leg. I'm using my left hand to pull the line, right hand, reel. Oh, there he is. Color. See him? Color right back there. He's right here. Right here. Right there. We're like 10 feet off the back. You don't see that color in the water right there.
Oh, remember colors and not my
Oh, yeah. Oh, there he is.
See color on video now. We got proof. Dude, that thing's huge. Look at those colors. Right below us, that's a striped marlin. Right below us, that's a striped marlin.
Alright, what I think's gonna have to happen is...
You're gonna have to hand me the pole and pull them up?
Yeah. There's no way we're getting this fish in the boat. Oh my god.
That thing's a monster.
Oh my god. There's absolutely no shot. It's on the edge.
Oh, there's a shot.
It's on the edge.
Oh, there's a shot. I'm trying to turn us. Fuck.
Fuck.
Breaking out the leader counts then.
Yeah.
Well, first miler.
Sir. That was all of over 200 each.
Oh yeah, that was 400-pound fish. That was a fat one.
Well guys, I don't know if you can hear me. By far one of the biggest fish I've ever seen, let alone reeled in. But yeah, no, that one was a legitimate team effort. We were just talking, that fish would have been gone in 5 minutes if he was getting ready to take a nap, popped up and started taking control of the boat, but that was unbelievable. I don't think there was much we could do to get that thing in. We're estimating between 7 foot to, yeah, too many pounds to count. Over 200, striped marlin. Beautiful fish, unbelievable fight. Sucks we couldn't get the gear back out of him, but at least we know he swam off. That we know for sure. So first time for everything. One of the coolest experiences I've had fishing. Yeah. I don't think the video does it justice on the size, but I guess you'll be the judge of that. Well folks, go from the highest highs of fighting a giant marlin to lowest lows, and our furling line snap, which is what controls how much sail you let out. I don't know how hard that is to fix, but caught a smaller cuda earlier too, but don't get me wrong, cudas are cool. On the squid.
All right, so the head sail line that brings it in, I'm spacing on the name right now, snapped. Inside the chain locker, the way it was rigged, there's a pulley that pulls that down and then feeds it in, because where it comes would be too sharp of an angle. At some point in this chaos, that thing broke. Caused it to start chafing and the head sail line broke. Problem is I can't feed a new head sail line, not out here, because I don't know where it feeds to. It's sandwiched between the decks, so there's a big line where you don't really have access to, which is kind of a problem. Our only two solutions are going to be either take the head sail down completely and just use the main and motor sail it in, or leave the head sail up fully and ride it out, because we're only supposed to be getting 15 to 16 knots of wind all the way to Saint Lucia for the next 5 days. So it's not too bad for a full spinnaker. It's just, it's going to be hard to trim the sail completely. For now, I think our best bet is just to leave it up fully and ride it out, get as much wind as we can for now. Only doing 4.5 to 6 knots, which kind of sucks. We were doing 7. We need to get there by Saturday at the latest for check-ins. We'll figure it out. Hopefully when we get there we can just take the sail down, run a new line, because it's snapped, and pulled inside of the boat. So you can't just attach and feed a new line. I don't know where that line goes. Alright, so what I'm gonna have you do, you're gonna point us into the wind, put it on autopilot, and then you gotta start releasing that as I pull it in.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
Get the camera first. Grab the camera.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Don't spool us. Okay. Okay. TJ's working on a hand line.
Why do I choose the hand line?
I don't know. A little bit of a predicament. Yep. Well, we saw a bunch of birds, and I think we found out why. Good color. Looks like the right kind. Blackfin? Another blackfin. I think this one might be smaller. Beautiful blackfin, baby. Yeah. I believe it's called the skipjack because the line's on it. It's a big one. We'll have to look it up. We definitely got a blackfin. We got 2 tunas. That's what we know we got. So this is what we do to bleed them. With their gills, you can actually, with tunas, you can reach inside. Their hearts are pretty close to the front. It's probably the best way to get them bled and keep them as fresh as possible. You never want to wash your saltwater fish with fresh water. No blood, so it's alright. This is our dinner tonight. That's some fun stuff right there. You ever want the freshest sushi in the world? Come on the sailboat with us. We'll hook you up. But yeah, CJ said it just might take 4 or 5 days. But apparently every new country we hook up, which hope to see it. It's a fun time, especially tunas. Tunas are batshit crazy. That's the extent of our day, honestly. We're just getting close to Puerto Rico. Tonight we're gonna start shooting down to Saint Lucia. Right? Is that how they said it? Santa Lucia. We'll be there in a few days. It always feels so rewarding when you can catch dinner. Something cool about it. As of right now, this is the process. Trust the process. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Yesterday was not our finest day. It was a lot more rough than we thought it was gonna be. So what we did was we slept, watched some movies, slept some more, watched some more movies, and that's about all we could do. It was rough. It's today's calmer. As you can see, it's not that calm still. So kind of wanted to give you a quick update, show you while I was taking a super power nap. Guess we got hit by a pretty big fish, and CJ did his best to try to stop it. Unfortunately, it hit our smaller trolling rod. Anything bigger than 40 pounds, it's just gonna rip it. So it was probably a big fish. It had to be a big fish, and took all the line. So got our other rod out. We're gonna put this squid on. What I did this morning, I double hooked it. What happened with this one when we got tunas the other day was, well, I have a feeling they were nipping at the back. Short strikes, they're always going to miss that hook or not get hooked well enough. So that stinger hook should grab them. Probably should have put it the other way, like that. So you got one up, one down. Usually if something hits that, it ain't going anywhere. What you want your hooks to do is try to line it up perfect with the end of the skirt. It's the purpose of, well, I tried to beat it. gonna give it a go. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for some big fish. So we'll catch you later. We are on hopefully our last 24 hours. Oh golly, it's crazy looking out there, but we have made it. Hello.
That's a good amount of sludge down there. Maybe that could have been part of the problem.
Decided to take the boat out for the day. We got a few things fixed, so we're testing it by going out. We're gonna go out to a spot that has some reefs. The start of the world arc is upon us. Thank you! My biceps look good!
Oh, they look great, yeah.
We have absolutely pushed it to the last second.